Okay, time for scroll sawing. So just a few things to check. Firstly, that there is tension on the blade. If there's not, this white lever at the top there is what releases the tension there. So you may need to come and ask if you're not quite sure how to use that, but you need to make sure before you do this task you check the safety videos for these tools as well. But if there's no tension on the blade, make sure you know how to fix it or come and ask. The other thing is we've got our on-off and our speed control up on the top there. Speed control is just out of the picture there. There it is. Okay, so when we turn this on, it's on slow speed if it's anti-clockwise, and as we turn it up, it goes up to a faster speed there as well. Okay, before we even turn that on though, we need to make sure that this guard is set in the right position. So back down to here, and the way we do that is put the timber in behind, put a ruler on top of it, so then if we loosen this clamp on the left, that lets the guard go up and down, and if we just drop that down until it's touching the timber, touching the ruler, then when you slide the ruler out, you've got just about a 1 or 2 mil gap there. The final setting is to make sure we've got this dust blower in the right place to near the blade but not touching it. So just point that in there to blow the dust out of the way. It's a fairly fragile thing, so just be careful with that and make sure you're not forcing it. So now that we've got these here, we need to cut out the bottoms of these holes. One of the reasons we use the bandsaw for doing the first cuts is because it's a slightly wider blade than, it's a wider cut than what this does. The scroll saw's cut is going to be minute, whereas this is at least 1 millimeter, if not more, wide. And so the scroll saw blade can actually fit in sideways there. Normally the scroll saw, you feed it in forwards like the bandsaw, but with this you can turn it around in the bottom there and it will actually fit in place there. So if we turn this on, with it in place, and see how, if you let it go, it wobbles around quite a lot, so just support the timber a little bit in the bottom there to make sure that it doesn't wobble quite so much. And the same principle as before, we want to aim to touch the pencil line but not go over the pencil line at all. Okay, we actually want to remove half of the pencil line. So you can just go in very carefully, stabilise the project and very gently progress forwards. Now if you're a little bit off the pencil line like that one was, you can just turn it around the other way and, wrong one, and just go back into the corner where you came from if you started a little bit off of the line. Now you don't really want to be coming back and sanding these off later on, so you want to get it right. Get it right now so that you don't end up having to do any sanding later on. It shouldn't be too long a process. If you just go down into the bottom of the hole and get a sense for where the bottom of the line is there, it does wobble a little bit. The blade sort of oscillates forwards and backwards a little bit as you're cutting. But within a very short time you should be able to get those so that they're really pretty close on that pencil line. There's nothing really else to know. I actually cut out the shoulders of these ones on the bandsaw, so it doesn't really matter whether you cut these top edge ones with the scroll saw or the bandsaw. So I just did it on the bandsaw than before. Alright, so I'm not going to make you watch the whole process of that. After this, we're going to be plugging up these holes in the front of the project so that we're ready for cutting the slider off. So I'll see you in the next video.